Hi Crafty friend, it's me, Justine Dvorak, here at Stationery by Justine, where when I craft, my world stands still. Today I'm working with the Cheers collection. We're going to start out with some BetterPress and a stencil there. I have a bunch of cards, I think I have 8 altogether that we're making today. But let's talk about what's in the collection. This one is all about kind of some fun drinks. So we have some things that I'm pulling in from the Weekender here. These two were from the Weekender. And also the embossing folder called Lush Leaves. I actually didn't use that embossing folder at all during this video, but that's just fine. And then there are some other things as well, like the olive martinis and Christmas cocktails and boo cocktails. So for a really great look at all of those, just grab the link I have in the description that will say like the Cheers collection. I have everything linked and posted for you in a nice little link deli for you down below. But I have made, I think I ended up making 3 kind of fun cards, 2 Christmas and 3 Halloween, and these cards are going to be kind of fun. But let's just talk about the size of the glasses before we get too crazy. There is the martini glass on an A2 size card, and it is fitting nicely. There it is on a 5x7. You could even do multiple of them going the other direction landscape. There's the sunset in a glass, kind of the other vessel, if you will, on an A2. And a 5x7, it fits both ways. So that is fabulous. I know people are watching from all over the world, and I know A2 is not the size that everyone likes all around the world. I know in Europe they are more interested in 5x7. So this collection is great for that. There's a lot of little pieces that make some big impacts. There's also a nesting die. I love a nesting die. This one's called Perfect Touch Rectangles and Tags. And then you see me flopping around in my right hand a whole bunch of sentiments. There is a BetterPress sentiment set for this. You can press once, cut once, or you could glimmer once, cut once. So I have a lot of extras. Here is my really pretty background, foiled, and I'm just going to take my little die here and die cut it out. Ta-da! All set. So I'm going to make my scene here, if you will, with a whole bunch of the goodies from the Christmas cocktails is really where I've pulled from for this first card. I have a little Santa hat, I have a peppermint candy, a little gingerbread man, I have some peppermint sticks, and some maybe pine sprigs, if you will. I don't know. But everything is pretty simple for assembly. It's kind of self-explanatory because the pieces kind of fit together. I don't know why I keep saying kind of so much, but here is the liquid of the drink. Let's just say that this might be like a creamy mint drink because it is green. I wasn't really thinking about what the drink would be, but just making the colors work all around with the background and overall like theme of the card, if you will. So we're thinking Christmas, green, and red. So for the peppermint sticks, I have some red mirror cardstock. So I die cut that out. The first one has the stripes in the mirror, and the second one has the white in the mirror, just for a different look, if you will. And so it gives kind of some fun difference. And then I have a stamp tool that I'm holding those down with because anytime you use mirror cardstock, you're going to want to let that kind of sit for a second so that glue can do its job. We're going to have this gingerbread soaking in the drink like a hot tub, and then I'm going to sneak these little sprigs behind where the opening is, so going through the mouth of the glass but behind our gingerbread man. Then I'm going to use just a tiny bit of tape and hold everything in place. So when I put these sticks in, I loved the height of the glass and everything, but it ended up being a little bit too tall for my cup. So I'm going to end up chopping those in a second. So you'll see me cut those down like so. And I can actually use these pieces on other cards as well. So I will use that one piece that's over by my glue on another card. With this glass, I am going to pop up the glass just so it doesn't get lost in the background and has a little bit of some shadows. And I think that that does work well. The foam I'm using is just a foam roll, nothing fancy. Ooh, that looks really cute. Then we're going to finish it off by adding the Santa hat on the top, and then the peppermint kind of on the bottom of the glass, and then the sentiment is going to go next to the gingerbread man, and it says, "Let your spirits shine." It's just kind of a double little pun, if you will, because spirits shine, it's a shining glass, and then spirits as in alcohol. So I will just adhere this to the front of my card. I've been using this double-sided adhesive tape roll. It is as cheap as I can find adhesive, so I buy it on Amazon. It is a little bit of extra work to take the reveal tape off, but it is worth it to me to spend less money on that and more on fun craft supplies than buying the tape rollers all the time. All right, classy card alert. Here I go with a black and white background card. The white is cut down to 3 by 4 1/4. So it is definitely smaller than, no, it is cut down to 5 by 3 3/4. And this card is going to be my coffee martini. Is that what they're called? I've had one once and they are delicious. I will quickly double check that. But they are very popular. Espresso martini, hello. And it is a cocktail, and they are known for having 3 beans on the top as the garnish. So I thought it was super cute that Spellbinders chose to do 3 beans on their die cut. I think that is so fun. So if you want to actually make this drink in real life, I would highly recommend this one. It is vodka, Kahlua, sugar, and espresso, so it's gonna wake you up. But this one I thought was really fun to do, kind of a classy, simple style card. Sorry about my grandfather clock. It likes to ding every 15 minutes. Okay, I am going to pop up my sentiment. I'm just going to put foam under where the... No, I am putting foam everywhere. Never mind. I'm putting foam all over this. And then I'm going to finish off this card with 3... And now the tornado sirens are going off. Perfect. Oh, it's Wednesday. We're all fine. It's first Wednesday of the month, but I am going to stop the voiceover and continue in just a second. All right. Next, the cat will be meowing, I tell you. Sometimes things work out better than other days, but like I said, the embellishments really helped to finish off the classy look of the card. I chose to use 3 embellishments because there were 3 beans, and that is kind of the classic look for cocktails. If you watched my last video, you saw me make this beautiful background very easily with Yana's Poppies backgrounds. I just love her poppy backgrounds. I think it is a collection that I will have very close on hand when I'm BetterPressing and even glimmering, because it is so, so beautiful. It's bold, but beautiful. Okay, so this Halloween card has my little skeleton hand there. I think it is so cute and kind of funky, but a little bit creepy, which is kind of all about Halloween here. I have my little eyeballs. They're going to act like olives. This is all just for fun. This is not to scare anyone, so I hope it doesn't scare anyone, but this is just a fun Halloween card, and Halloween is one of the biggest sellers for cards that I've experienced at card fairs. The biggest one that I go to is in the fall, and that probably has to do with the sales for Halloween, but there's definitely a ton of sales. All of my Halloween cards that I brought to my craft fair last year sold within the first couple hours. I mean, and it wasn't just like one or two people. They were gone. So I think a lot of people like to buy them for grandkids or for children that they know, or just as like a fun thing to send. But Halloween is definitely kind of big in the card world. So I wanted to make sure that I had Halloween cards again this year because I am going back to that same craft fair. This is, I think, year 3 for me, which is so crazy to think about, but I know that people will be expecting them, so I want to make sure I have some. Plus, I can show you some beautiful but spooky cards. At least I think so. With the bats and the skull and the eyeballs and the dripping and the creepy zombie hands, I think that this card is officially cute but creepy, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's Halloween. Anyway, the bats are kind of fun. I didn't end up gluing the wings at all, just the bodies. And the wings are going to be kind of out, so they are still able to kind of be like a flap. So that is, it's kind of like a butterfly in that way. I'm going to finish off by adding some pretty green sparkly sequins on there. I thought about my sequin placement on maybe the eyeballs, but it ended up not. Now with this card, I had a little bit of trouble getting it on, but luckily nothing ripped, so I was able to reposition it. This was, again, Yana's backgrounds for the main orange area, but then the drink itself was with the green mirror cardstock, which I thought was super fun. Kind of like a green mystery Halloween drink. There's no actual cocktail that I'm basing this off of, but one that I have made up myself. So with these, I've actually decided to make the skulls to be, in my mind, and I guess you watching, they're going to be like a boba tea, like a gummy. I at first was thinking ice cubes, but then ice cubes float, and these are not all at the top, so I was thinking more of like a gummy situation. So again, took a little creative liberty on this one, but that's alright. I have the umbrella from the Tropical Flare die set, and I'm going to just stick that in again through the opening of the cup so it looks like it is in the glass, and then add this little green goo drips from the top. In my mind, this is some yummy lime sauce of some kind. I don't know, but to me that makes sense. And then I will just stick this whole thing right on to my card base after, of course, I add my little skeleton hand to this one. I think the skeleton hand is a really fast die to cut out. And it's big and makes an impact. So I wanted to put it on all 3 of my Halloween cards because it just, to me, is funny to have a skeleton hand holding this drink. And it works. You saw my little 2-in-1 sneak under those little drips with a little bit of glue, and then I'm going to pop my sentiment up with some foam strips. Again, these foam strips are from Amazon. They're nothing fancy, but they do the job. So just here for the booze is the sentiment on this card, which is, excuse me, a pun again. So booze as in alcohol, but also booze as in ghosts. Okay, my third Halloween card. I started in a little bit later in the card here for the video because you've already seen me assemble the glass and the eyeballs and the hand before. But I wanted to show you how I am assembling this with a frame. So I have my cup and all of my little oozy, delicious, I'm going to call this cherry drops. And I'm going to put it onto my card like this. And then I have a frame, a gold frame. So I got that frame by using the nesting dies in an A2 size piece of paper and using the largest, or the second largest one. And I will get this frame like this and then end up with the center that you see on the right. So I demonstrated that in my club video for this month. So if you're interested in how to do that, check it out around 20 minutes into my card, my August club video. You'll see me do that. And then I'm going to nest these little skulls right at the base of my cup and have that as a little garnish. Okay, moving right along. Pink and purple card time. I've die cut out my panel that I have glimmered and ink blended with the stencil, and I just put a piece of paper over that when I was pushing it down because it is still a little bit wet. I just ink blended that when I was filming and I didn't want my hand to smush any ink around. Now in this one, for whatever reason, I had 2 glasses cut out, so I figured why not beef up my die set a little bit extra and just put it behind there. So I have my gold cup and I have a white behind it just for extra support. My glass has a little bit of pink in there. Let's call this one maybe a rose or birthday card. To me, this is like 21st birthday card. At least that's kind of the look that I was thinking as I was making it. So I am going to actually garnish the rim of the glass. I was looking around in my craft room and I thought, what could I use? And I have this like sprinkle glitter that came in a card kit with these sequins, and just opening the container they were flying around, but you'll see them there on my hand and on the screen. Let's get closer. So to me these kind of look like sugar or something that you would put on the rim of a glass of a sweet one, so probably not salt. Anyway, my little Trinity stamps tray definitely helped make that a little bit of an easier cleanup, so yay. Alright, now that I have glitter and everything all over my lap and hands, let's put on my sentiment. I will, again, pop it up with a bit of foam, a wee bit of foam for my sentiment. I love just adding dimension to projects, and I think that on almost every one of these cards I've added foam. So there we have it. All right, Christmas again. I have my background here that was BetterPressed and watercolored. Yes, I spent time and watercolored the background, and now I'm going to cover it up. Welcome to my life. But I watercolored it with red and green and then made the glasses a light blue. So for this card, I wanted to use the bow, which was so cute. I die cut it out with red and green mirror cardstock. And because I'm using that cardstock again, it does take a minute to dry. So I wanted to do that first so it can get to set as I assemble the rest of this card. This card to me was some kind of a creamy, milky, I don't even know kind of drink. Maybe like a vodka with some like cream product. I don't know. Creme de menthe maybe. We're thinking mint again for Christmas. I don't know. Eggnog. There we go. Eggnog. Do you say egg or egg? I am so very curious because in Minnesota I hear it both ways. And as a kindergarten teacher who teaches phonics, I have to undo a lot of vowel issues, and I'm just curious. Do you say ag or egg? I want to know. I don't know how you tell me that in the comments besides just writing AGG, which would be ag, or egg, EGG, which is of course how you spell it, but how people pronounce it is always interesting to me. Moving along. I'm using my peppermint stick from my first card here, And I'm going to add my little gingerbread man. This time he's going to be floating on the top. And again, I put all of those things through the opening of the cup because they're inside. And then I have this little peppermint swirl. To me, it is more of like a lemon curl or like a citrus little zest, but I'm going to call it peppermint for this cup because why not? Oh, that looks so cute with the gold glitter paper. Okay, adding the bow, and I'm actually going to put the bow crooked because I wanted it to look kind of playful. So there we go. A little bit of a crooked bow. There we go, crooked bow. More rhyming for you. You didn't even ask for that, but you are getting it today. More foam for this one, and then we will finish this card off with some gems as well. I don't think I got that part on camera, but you'll see it at the end. All right, moving on to my last card, which is probably, I drink like once every 3 months, but if I'm going to have like a fun summer drink, it's going to be something with limoncello. So I had to make a lemon card because I love lemons, and limoncello smells amazing. And this was, again, that Hobby Lobby paper. So if you watched my video with Yana's collection, you saw me using that Hobby Lobby watercolor paper before, and here it is today. I BetterPressed on there all the glasses, and then we're making a lemon drink. I find that with yellow, using silver is a really fun combination, yellow and silver, so that is why I made the glass silver. So I'll just assemble the lemon wedge here, and then the lemon little zest. But please let me know in the comments which one has been your favorite today. I will show pretty pictures at the end of the video so you can see up close each one. But I would love to know your favorite in the comments. So go ahead and let me know. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel to see more videos from me in the future. This collection was kind of special for me because it brought me back to using things from the Weekender, which I was so honored to be one of the designers for the Weekender event. It was such a blast and a real joy to be a part of. So this was just kind of fun to walk down memory lane and have more extra goodies to add to my drinks. So like I said, let me know your favorites. I think my favorite would have to be either this lemon one or the espresso martini because it was so just kind of like funky and classy, but these Halloween ones are pretty fun as well. So good luck picking a favorite. I don't know. I like knowing favorites. So anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.